Now it is my great pleasure to introduce to you the City of Coral Gables Mayor, Raúl Valdés-Fauli, to give his final State of the City Beautiful address. Raúl Valdés-Fauli was re-elected Mayor of Coral Gables on April 9th, 2019, and on April 11th, 2017. He served previously as mayor of the City of Coral Gables from 1993 to 2001, as well as vice mayor from 1987 to 1988, and city commissioner from 85 to 89. Mayor Valdés-Fauli is a longtime and renowned banking law leader in South Florida business community and currently practices at his own law firm, Raúl Valdés-Fauli Law Office. Mr. Mayor, turn it over to you.
Thank you very, very much. I'm delighted to be here, and good morning to all. I can't think of a better way to start the day than with my friends from the Coral Gables Chamber of Commerce, as we have seen a vibrant organization and vital to economic well-being of our city. The State of the City address is my last, so I'm especially disappointed not to be with you in person to deliver it. But as I watched the Chamber's virtual annual conference last month at our city's newest hotel, the beautiful Thesis Hotel, we don't have to be in the same room to be connected. The business community has always been an integral part of our city. And as both the city and the Chamber are celebrating our 95th anniversary this year, as we heard. Congratulations to Bruce Barakat on your election as chairman and for leading the organization during this very challenging time. And also congratulations to the Chamber on its new offices on Alhambra. Kudos on your recognition as the top-ranked business chamber in the Tri-County area. It's great to see the work you do on behalf of our businesses be recognized, and as I have seen this morning, the hard work you do. It's quite the understatement to say that we have experienced dramatic changes these past 6 months. Changes in how we do business, changes in how we work, and even changes in how we socialize and worship. But as Charles Darwin once said, it is not the strongest of the species that survives, nor the most intelligent, it is the one that is most adaptable. And adaptable we are. When George Merrick founded the Coral Gables and the Chamber of Commerce in 1925, little did he imagine the double whammy that the next 4 years would bring. The Greater Miami hurricane of 1926 and the Great Depression. These two catastrophes greatly affected Merrick and his fortune and meant that Coral Gables would need to quickly adapt to a new reality. Throughout the years, we have seen how well our city has adapted, and today it has become the premier business and residential community in South Florida. As it adapted, the City Beautiful became the best place to live, work, learn, and play. And I'm proud to say that in that same collaborative spirit, the city and the chamber have adapted to the reality of COVID, making the changes needed to support our affected businesses throughout the pandemic, as well as build the foundations for continued survival and growth. I am sure we will all need to continue to adapt, because the only thing that is certain about this pandemic is that while we all continue to be hopeful as more businesses reopen, times continue to remain uncertain. The businesses operating in our central business district represent 5% of the Coral Gables geographic area, but provide 27% of our income. So launching a business recovery task force focused on safely reigniting the economy is the key to adapting quickly. University of Miami, our chamber, your business improvement district, the Coral Gables Community Foundation, and our retail and restaurant industry work closely together with our economic development department to identify and tackle our main challenges. For example, in March, when restaurants were closed to table service, our parking department converted approximately 60 parking spaces, including all centralized valet parking, to free 10-minute takeout parking areas, making it fast and convenient to support our local restaurants. Another adaptation we came up with was to create a permitting program to allow restaurants to use sidewalks, private and city-owned property, and/or street parking spaces fronting their establishments. This program is set to run through January 15th and provides for additional seating at a time when restaurants must operate at a 50% capacity to maintain social distancing. This increased outside seating makes a huge difference. To date, more than 50 restaurants have received permits, among them Buya, Caja Caliente, Bulgarian Ponds, Hailstones and Miracle Mile, Sports Grills, and Fiola in South Gables. Speaking of permitting, COVID-19 never stopped us from issuing permits for zoning, new construction, remodeling, and other important ways to keep the economy moving for our architects, builders, and countless others. We moved our operations to our courtyard, now in the back, since City Hall was closed to the public, so that plans can be dropped off and processed. We also continued performing inspections to keep the process moving forward, although many cities had suspended these operations. The city's unique financial sustainability practices have helped avoid the use of general fund reserves to rebalance the budget during this crisis. These conservative practices are what has earned our city AAA bond ratings from all three rating agencies and have enabled us to pivot to other important programs to help the area businesses. In the spring, we provided rental lease deferments and other assistance to provide local businesses to continue functioning in these challenging circumstances. To that end, we discovered their need for technological assistance so we could better communicate with customers and suppliers. We held webinars with the goal of ensuring that businesses become more resilient so that they can weather not only this pandemic, but future storms. We're hopeful not only to continue, but to expand this program, offering technology with help with a grant from Miami-Dade County. And we continue to seek support so that hopefully soon we can provide direct assistance. I'll keep my fingers crossed that these grants will be approved. And now that retailers, restaurants, and some cultural organizations like our museum are back up and running again, our focus has turned to promotional support they need. To that end, the Economic Development Department is offering businesses 3-month renewable microgrants to boost their advertising efforts and free webinars to teach them the skills to help them successfully evolve their social media to the new ways of doing business. To date, more than 20 businesses have taken advantage of the microgrants, including Workroom Gentleman and Miracle Mile, the Coral Gables Museum, the Coral Gables Art Cinema, and one of my favorite ice cream shops, Whip and Dip. We still have grant money available, so I urge any retailer, restaurant, or cultural organization that haven't applied to please consider doing so. Another way the city supports our businesses is through the innovative social media campaign our communications division recently launched to showcase Coral Gables businesses and the people behind them. The We Are Coral Gables campaign consists of 30-second spots, 30 seconds, featuring such business owners as Abe Ing, Sushimaki, Patricia Anton from Violetas, and someone you all know very well, the Chamber's former chairman, Patrick O'Connell from Berkshire Hathaway. As our city trends younger every year, our social media channels, including Instagram with nearly 40,000 followers, and Facebook with more than 16,000, are important promotional tools. If you aren't following us yet, I urge you to do so. With Miami Spice in full swing and indoor dining permitted once again, we're hoping that these promotions, as well as our Hotspots campaign featuring restaurants like Titanic, Mame, Chef Patel's restaurant, and shops like Coco Bella will help drive traffic when they need it the most. One of our biggest collective challenges is to provide people with the confidence to return to our shops, restaurants, and businesses. And to that end, we have instituted a cleaning program along Giralda and Miracle Mile, whereby our parking department cleans and sanitizes street furniture, trolleys, and other high-touch surfaces, kiosks, and freebies daily. These measures, along with the cleaning protocols our businesses undertake, will give the public the confidence to return. Insofar as cultural life, speaking of traffic, one of the tried and true ways we've gotten residents and visitors to frequent our business district is through public entertainment and art. Adapting to the fact that Art Basel won't be happening this year, we're focused on bringing the best art to our city. And I'm thrilled to announce that in November, we will be unveiling our murals on the Mile Project, 4 murals with iconic images to help bring people back to the Mile. And in January, we will be unveiling the next overhead art installation on Giralda Plaza. Remember the umbrellas? By American artist Kiki Smith, inspired by the Giralda Under the Stars campaign and by the night sky. She will be suspending more than 40 plexiglass animals embedded with crystals to simulate constellations. What foodie wouldn't want to eat outdoors under crystal stars? And in January, we will host our first Illuminate Coral Gables, a program of light-based artworks around the city that we hope will bring us more visitors and greater media attention. Again, we had to adapt and scale back this program because of the pandemic, but we're moving ahead and hope that it will grow in the years to come and become as popular as the ones in Berlin, Amsterdam, and I say again, our Umbrella Sky Project. I spoke earlier about the work the city has undertaken to support local businesses and being fiscally prudent has enabled our city to adapt to the reality of COVID in many other ways. It's what has helped us provide essential services without interruption, including running our trolleys and freebies, collecting trash, landscape waste, and recycling at a time when many other municipalities suspended these recycling services. More important, healthy finances, very healthy finances, enabled our city to honor the commitments we made to residents and businesses and business owners alike to upgrade our physical and technological infrastructure, maintain our parks, restore our historic spaces, and set Coral Gables apart, which truly makes us the city beautiful. We used the downtown COVID-19 afforded us to advance infrastructure improvements and beautification projects, such as the renovation of the Coral Gables historic Country Club Prado entrance, the renovation of the Fink Studio and City Hall, as well as Fire Station number 2 on US 1 at Riviera Drive. And last but not least, our cutting-edge hurricane-resistant public safety building, slated for completion at the end of next month, is expected to make emergency responses quicker and better coordinated by consolidating our city's command center for emergency operations, IT, police, fire, and emergency management in one location. COVID-19 forced Coral Gables to leverage technology as never before. And I'm proud to say that on that front, our city was remarkably quick to adapt. Before the pandemic hit, we had already reduced bureaucracy and improved the speed and quality of services by migrating the review process of plans, permitting, business licenses, and inspections online. Thanks to Commissioner For's initiative, since January, the residents have been able to join commission meetings via Zoom so that we were ahead of the curve and able to quickly adapt and hold all of our regularly scheduled commission meetings via Zoom, giving residents the opportunity to participate from the safety of their homes. We have kiosks in our business district to help visitors navigate the area, and cutting-edge camera technology assists our police department in keeping crime low, which is important to attracting and keeping businesses. Since the beginning of the year, the fire department has adopted telemedicine to treat critically ill patients while being transported to hospitals, a first for Miami-Dade. And while you may wonder why that's important for businesses, it is a relief for people working and doing business in our city to know that in the event of an emergency, they will receive the most advanced care. Coral Gables has been the leader in eco-friendly issues, and I give specially kudos to our Vice Mayor Vince Lago for his leadership in this area. This summer, we saw how the ecosystem in Biscayne Bay is threatened by nutrient pollution from stormwater runoff, fertilizers, septic tanks, and other contaminants. As a city with 40 plus miles of coastline and waterways, this issue affects us all. In conjunction with FIU, we have an innovative program in place to monitor water quality from our canals as it reaches the bay. No other municipality in Miami-Dade County has a program like this in place. This shows how we as a government need to make changes and adapt to today's environmental reality. The bay is an important resource, Not only does it affect our quality of life, but also the future of our region. Again, another issue, if there's a bright side to this pandemic, and I say bright side for some of us, it's been the time it's given us to spend together with our loved ones and enjoy the nature that surrounds us. The lockdown has shown us that parks have never been more essential to the health and well-being of our families than during these times when outdoor spaces have been identified as the safest places to visit. While playgrounds remain closed by county order, our city has taken the challenge of providing outdoor play through innovative technology with partnership with Action Bound to safely explore and play scavenger hunts in our parks, Magical Park, which will provide the city with its first digital playground using geospatial augmented reality. The first to launch in the US, the city's Magical Playground, which will be unveiled this October at the War Memorial Youth Center Athletic Field. The Adult Activity Center has provided a large selection of virtual exercise classes and support group forums via Zoom to keep our seniors engaged, active, and healthy. We're also looking to expand our beloved Salvador Park to other activities for children of all abilities. And to improve the quality of life for our residents, we're well on our way to having the goal of having a park within a 10-minute walk of any location in the city, a 10-minute walk. If your children and grandchildren are anything like mine, and I have 15 grandchildren, they've been eagerly awaiting the new school year. Though it will still be a while before classroom learning and after-school activities fully resume, kids and teachers have been excited to begin this important routine. And Coral Gables is graced with world-class institutions such as the University of Miami, the Kellogg School of Management Executive MBA program, as well as International Baccalaureate, International Studies, STEM, and STEAM programs. It is thanks in great part to the quality and variety of schools that we can attract companies and their employees from around the world. To conclude, to sum up, the City of Coral Gables has been and will continue to be committed to supporting our businesses, our business community in partnership with the Chamber. For our economy to recover and thrive, we must be able to adapt quickly to evolving realities. COVID hasn't made things easier for any of us, but I'm sure you'll agree that the collaboration of our public and private sector, foundations, the academic community, coupled with our city's very strong financial position, are what enable us to pivot so well and so quickly. While there's much to be proud of, the home to 3 Nobel laureates in literature, there are still many challenges ahead. I can't think of any area that needs to adapt more than Miracle Mile. So I challenge the Chamber and its members to work with the city and the BID to come up with new ideas on how we can make the streets vibrant again. This pandemic has changed how people shop, and for now, I believe into the future so that we need to adapt with the times, not only to survive, but to thrive. This is my 12th State of the City address since my first stint as mayor in 1993, and my 49th year as a Coral Gables resident. So I can say with some authority that 2020 for our city, much like the rest of the world, has been a year unlike any other. These past months, I've been especially inspired by the commitment, resilience, and adaptability of Coral Gables public servants. Not only our frontline police, fire, and sanitation workers, but our entire team who've continued to provide essential services to businesses, residents, despite so many challenges. I want to thank our city manager, Peter Iglesias, for running such a great ship, and our commissioners, Vice Mayors Lago, Commissioners Force, Kian, and Mena, for working together to lead our community, and our city attorney, Miriam Ramos, and city clerk, Billy Urquia. My heartfelt thanks to our business community and this chamber under the great leadership of Mark Trowbridge for all you have done to keep our businesses and community moving. The tragedy of the lives and livelihoods the pandemic has claimed won't be forgotten. But I can say with certainty that Coral Gables will keep on adapting, just as we did in our early history, to ensure continued economic prosperity for all. Thank you very, very much for the opportunity.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. That was fantastic. Thank you not only for your words, but your service, both past and present. You've truly been dedicated to the City of Beautiful for a lifetime. And so in some small recognition of that dedication and service, it is my great pleasure to present you with a lifetime membership to the Coral Gables Chamber of Commerce. Thank you very, very, very much.
What an honor, and I'm
thanks to all.
very appreciative. Thank you. Thank you very much.